reload bullets and what that can look like, because we saw teams that didn't understand how the format was supposed to be played. Like you were saying, big teams going out early because they were just trying to play regular Siege. They were just trying to be better than the other team. But you can't do that in the format of how reload was, which is why we even saw some teams that were unpredicted that were shooting to the top because they took that risk. Elevate, a team, for example, took that risk, put all their bullets, and locked themselves loaded and secured a playoff spot, unfortunately going out very early.
One time for the cameras, Leo, can you say we need more bullets? We need more bullets. We need more bullets. No, but really, like that format, two things that I want to mention. The draft was amazing. Getting coaches
the bullet is all different.
I love that one. And the 1v1s to stay in the tournament, tell me that wasn't fun. I love that one. And the 1v1s to stay in the only 1v1 that led to an actual elimination. I think the reaction of like Joker in front of it and being like, oh, we're out. We actually lost that 1v1. I think that was the best one for me.
Without kind of going in too in depth in what we've seen in CJX, what are we excited for moving forward now that we get out of this and into stage 1? This is where things change dramatically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, with CJX and the new environmental ingredients that they've added, it reinvents the wheel. And then you add the ban systems that you were talking about. That, again, when you get into this last phase right here, this is where the competition really ramps up.
Just saying stuff to check my audio on the screen.
And what you want to ban. And those bans are so pivotal that we're seeing that teams are taking advantage of, where you can't get away with just the 2 regular bans. You can really counter-strat accordingly. And you've said it 100 times now. Teams that are ready to play and ready to predict the other team and that can adapt on the fly, they're always going to be one step ahead of a team that is just trying to play it safe, especially in those ban phase.
I mean, it just comes with the evolution of Siege. I mean, when we all played, you know, it was only the 2 bans, and even then, teams sometimes didn't even really have strats. Now, because of that extra addition to the ban, you constantly have to be evolving as a team to be able to roll with the punches inside the server. There's never going to be a scenario that's the exact same, and that's the creativity in Siege that everyone at home loves to play. There's always new operators. There's always going to be a new layout based on the soft destruction. Now, that's another element of something that you have to think about if you're a top-level team. Yeah, and initially I was thinking that the new destructible elements were going to be situational at pro level. Yeah, it is to a degree, but I've seen way more use than I thought, actually.
Absolutely.
Especially
way more used.
The use of the gas tank. For example, to stall a certain area, we've seen Shaco do it and kill a Blitz, for example, on Clubhouse, doing that to make sure that you play into the late round. Other situations, we've seen that a couple of times. The new rappel system, abuse on bank and on cafe. So many layers of new CJX are actually going to be useful at pro play, but in any kind of casual games as well.
Well, and as a competitor, what I like when they add things and re-innovate things, it's more so the fact that it's not forced. You can use it if you want to use it, if it's there. If you want to get rid of it, it's ability to, but it's not forced. But when it's used in these moments that you're speaking of, it captures such a significant moment that we haven't been able to see in Siege.
One of the things that I kind of had a chat with a few of the APAC players about, because again, I don't really speak to a lot of the
APAC guys.
You don't have that network, man.
I don't have that network yet. Players, if you want to come and have a chat with me, let me know. But one of the things that the APAC players were saying that they noticed the most, especially in scrims, were those environmental ingredients were actually getting destroyed at the start of rounds before people even had a chance to use it. But I will say, in this tournament, it's not
the Panthers of Fury are top players by stat, by Z,
to help feed into that,
increase the Cyclops of CG was
in a different era. The bands are
increase of the cost, black red.
More complexity to
it adds depth.
It does. Yeah. It does. It allows you to change things completely, Leo.
And right now, I don't think we've seen that depth in the operator bans as well. I don't think they've been abused nearly enough. I think we've seen many of default bans. I don't know if you see the amount of
this guy in the
bans that we've seen at the start.
The second guy to the right is a ex-pro player, right? Foxy.
To make sure they remove any denial or any shields. But we've not seen
enough
counter bans, and I think we're going to see more of that as the teams get used to that operator ban system and develop it during the stage. We need a little bit more time for the teams to get situated, have their own regional leagues, because absolutely, I mean, the meta going into this tournament was you take 2 shields off the board or you take the denial off, and then your third ban. We saw a lot of teams that, under the panic of maybe losing rounds, they would just ban something that was not working for them. You know, we saw yesterday with Wildcard banning the Buck, and it didn't look like a confident ban. So it's going to take a little bit more time for teams to be able to dive deep into what specifically teams are going to be bringing on CJX to be able to abuse it.
Yeah, and one of the things that you talked about yesterday, we saw a Brava and Twitch ban, right? And that impacted an entire round.
Maestro was being played the entire round.
Yeah, like we just haven't been able to see that in previous games. We haven't had that depth of it. But I guess now that we start to move forward a little bit more, we've got the panel coming up, gentlemen. Now, we've seen many panels over our time. I want to get not predictions, but I want to get what you'd love to see change in the game.
Well, what I've seen on Twitter already is we saw Clash. So
Yes.
I really want to see what that rework is going to be, because it is going to change the game, in my opinion, how you're going to approach Clash, where we saw. So I am very curious to see what that Siege panel is going to bring, but every Siege panel I think so far that we've seen today and today's day and age has been great.
Yeah, it's always very cinematic. It's always very exciting. I mean, the community loves seeing what Siege has to bring, and now with Siege X, I think the biggest takeaway for me really just has to be the fluidity of maps and the way that they look, the way that they feel, just limitlessness, just making it that much closer to making things agile, perfect to do.
Yeah, and I think looking at Siege X right now, we only have 5 maps that have been reworked, so I kind of want to know what are the next maps that are going to get reworked, because Bank is absolutely beautiful, Border is beautiful, so I want to see the rest as well. And I think it's the 10 years of Siege. That's the big story for me.
Yeah.
In December, it's going to be 10 years. What's on the roadmap for that 10-year anniversary? That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, the priority, I guess, now shifts into the conversation for Siege X and moving forward, because there is so much that can now be added to this game that we never would have been able to see prior to this. But gentlemen, thank you very much for sitting here and having a wonderful chat with me. We're looking forward to getting underway with the rest of the action. But before we do, we're going to go to a short break. We'll see you on the other side with the live panel.
Welcome to the stream.
When you're relentless,
Okay, we got this.
you can achieve anything. Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
ये क्या नाटक है भाई, ब्रेक लगा दिया भाई. Sorry guys, my future relative came into my room, so
I mean, yeah, having a break here makes sense because we're setting up.
तेरा आवाज बहुत कम आ रहा है ब्लैक जैक. Maybe it's the audio. Wait, yeah, you are on 150%.
Okay, how's this?
Fine now much clear. Zach shot. अरे bro, welcome to the stream. क्या हाल है? Xbox Game Pass क्या कुछ गिवअवे चल रहा है क्या? Type Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now closed for new. एक और इंडियन ऑपरेटर दे दे, मजा आ जाएगा. एक इंडियन मैप दे दे, मजा आ जाएगा. अरे फक, मैंने कैमरा ही नहीं ऑन किया. लॉल. या नाउ इट्स ऑन. सॉरी. मैं वही सोचूं कि यहाँ खाली ओवरले क्यों आ रहा है, मेरी शक्ल क्यों नहीं आ रही ओबीएस पे. That was very stupid. Fucking hell. We have more Siege X and Season 2 info, Year 10 roadmap, Epic Charm drop and Esports drop. Let's go.
I'm not even watching on Twitch because the fucking Twitch encoder is.
You can watch my watch party with 3 other people. I'm by the way doing full screen on YouTube, not the short version, real version. Just in case. अब सारे Ubisoft के हैंडल से मुझे YT पे नोटिफिकेशन आ रहा है Rainbow Six Siege Year 10 live reveal Rainbow Six Siege Year 10 live reveal. Oh, this is the live reveal, by the way. It started, never mind. Try remove the chat. Get your drone and operator card skin. Vamai Elite. By the way, did you claim the Vamai Elite?
What do you mean please?
Claim.
Pretty sure it's not free, right?
Arey, you're in the creator program, na lala.
Oh, that. Okay, that was the version 4 is fucking not confirmed. Jesus.
Director of Accusations. Accusations. I like the entire background music. Pretty energizing.
Yeah, it's funk. It sounds like Brazilian funk.
Yes. Oh, they have a Brazilian crowd translator in the back on the Triathlon.
Kind of coming into the finals was the fact that EML, NAL, we're not really seeing a lot of those teams here compete, especially on main stage. Leo, well, now I get to throw dirt at all of you because you're all from those regions.
That moment. That's not going to
live in the moment. Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it because we had 3 APAC teams here, but let's just talk about it really quickly. Are you at all concerned?
I'm not concerned.
Oh, they had to delay the reveal for some fucks.
पता नहीं मेरे पे तो नहीं आ रहा अभी तो ये बात कर रहे हैं
Yeah,
pack
no.
versus
No. They're talking about matches and tournament stuff, right? Like that's happening right now. That's pretty much because they had to delay. Like, why else would they be stalling like this?
And I think one of the business
वो भी है.
has been the grassroots.
It's
I don't
okay.
think we've been developing grassroots enough. We've not been looking for talents and developing it. Brazil has had loads of LAN events, loads of official matches, loads of moments and good quality of scrims to improve, and that's something that have been missing in other regions that we need to develop right now.
Absolutely, taking the T2 level of it seriously. I mean, it was so rough in North America.
ठीक है भाई MK भी बोल दो तुम डाकू भाई.
We pulled the next generation of
You
Europe.
have to get me as well.
Well, I mean, that was
that didn't go well. So
पानी लेके आया यार.
I mean, I wouldn't be too worried if you're North America or EU right now, just because it takes a little bit of time for teams to get developed. I know a lot of teams in those regions have recently made roster changes too, whereas Furia didn't really make any changes. W7M did get Palu, but he was from, Liquid. He's a storied player, so a lot of the changes in North America and EU have been really full restructures. Besides Falcons,
But
so
that's where I'm going to have to disagree with you two in talking about the grassroots system, because what's been a great system for the SAL teams is the fact that they've stayed together. When you look at the top team, you look at FaZe, you look at Furia, even if they aren't finding that success, I mean, FaZe is a prime example. They've gone through their renditions throughout the year, but consistently as of, the last 2-3 years, they've stayed the exact same roster. And then even for Furia, they got off to a good start, had a solid year, the best year that any team has ever had in history, and then they kind of fell off. They weren't finding that same success, but they haven't made any changes, and they're here back on a grand final. So I can attest saying, the grassroots.
It's FaZe and Furia you're mentioning. Where is W7M coming from? From Brazilian grassroots. Where is Loud coming from? Brazilian grassroots. Once again, they have so much talent that they've developed, and that's why they've got such a big variety of style. And it's because they've got that variety of great teams that they can get such
video
good
नहीं
stream
edit कर रहे हो
quality
इसीलिए.
and get consistently better than the others.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the biggest issue with APAC, was the fact that there wasn't really much practice. There weren't many teams for you to get better, so all of their preparation came from practicing in tournaments, and they use that as a learning experience. And hey, 10 years later, we finally got a team to be able on the main stage. I think that's something to say for it now. As for NA and EU, I mean, you can't be worried. I do agree with Flax to a certain extent of longevity in rosters. I feel like in North America, you play one bad event, or you look at somebody on your team the wrong way, and instantly, you're gone. We don't want to deal with you. So a lot of teams just don't like working with players. And so they would just rather make a brand new switch. But at the same time,
What happened?
What happened after the when he said that? It just ringed in my ear. Like, we looked at a player, we got rid of him.
Fox comments?
So wild card, brand new roster pretty much. I mean, sometimes changes do make teams better, but at the end of the day, working through your issues, understanding the level of the issue. Is it the player? Is it just some type of strategy, teamwork? You know, I think effort goes a long way, and one thing that the SAL does the best is the effort. You can feel the atmosphere with all the Brazilian teams.
And how about the international events that we've got coming up? Munich, Paris, we're going back to Europe. We're feeling the love from a home country. Oh no, Lax, go. I saw how excited you were.
I was going to say great memories, especially in
Yeah,
Germany.
सही में लग रहा है यार, stall कर रहा है. Just
Just
start the reveal, guys. I'm here to watch the reveal. I know I respect every talent. I want to be a talent like you.
Was in
Please start the reveal.
No, Cologne. We were in Cologne for Gamescom, and then we were in Berlin. I got dropped there, but it was still a good experience. I still enjoyed all of Germany, and the fact we're going to be back there again in Munich, I'm excited for it personally.
Who took that decision, by the way, after Berlin? Who? To drop Laxing.
Drop
Putting
Laxing.
you in the spot here.
Who made the decision to drop Lax? I mean, it was a team decision at the end of the day.
Okay, I see how he does it.
We had to run the numbers a little bit. What happens if something else happens in Munich?
You know what? What I'm going to say is we actually have a clip from a very, very long time ago. Maybe not that long ago. Do you remember when you used to play, Fox? Because I'm pretty sure the production does.
No.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look, a completely different game. It's not even the same. We're not even looking at the same thing anymore.
Oh, that's you beating the grand finals team right now.
Yeah, that was us beating Cyclops.
How'd you go there?
What is
This is
that
SI
Australian
2016 of
It's-
17.
Oh,
or
wait, we
18.
actually get to see
yeah.
you. You haven't changed at all, unfortunately.
What
I
a
can't
great
even take the
haircut.
piss.
No, definitely a better haircut. I think so.
Oh, can we actually cut
bit
back? Can
better.
you just go on the side? Like literally, all it is just a mullet.
doesn't
at the
look like
back.
me.
Oh, wow.
Turn to the side for us. Turn to the side. We want to see it.
Yeah, Lax looks kind of different in that video.
Live panel teammate straight.
No, I mean, that was a great
really
event,
cool.
though. That was SI 23. That was, we got third just after replacing you. We got top
2023,
three.
oh.
That was definitely a moment. We were like, oh yeah, we're gonna be so
2022,
good.
ah,
and then
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna make an event for the rest of the year.
You said
I'll be honest, that was
2023
pretty
bola
their
bro, that's why I
downfall, and
said.
realistically, they didn't place any
Audio
higher than
सही
when
है?
we were on the
Audio
team. We
balance
placed
सही है,
third,
Daku? Can you
fourth
tell me?
back in what, 2019?
2019.
Yeah, 2019. So I was, trust me, at home, I was sitting there like, lose. Every time they were getting closer.
Right, Leo. When's the last time you made main stage?
I think it was really major 2019 in August.
And how high did you get?
I think it was top 8. I lost to 4s.
Nice.
Yeah, that was rough.
That
Top
hurts.
8.
That hurts a lot. And of
about you?
course,
ऑक्सीजन तो 2022 में बढ़िया खेली
They're
थी
adding
तभी का
Siege
अगले
Cup,
का
you know, you can maybe-
ऑक्सीजन में
I'm gonna have to have a.
I had a-
I tell you what, you probably don't want to see me compete whatsoever.
I don't
It's
know
a
whether
little
it
bit
was oxygen
terrifying,
or
but
not.
Obviously, SI coming up over
But,
in Paris, your beautiful
I remember
home.
someone
You gotta stop to try to speak French.
Okay, I'm gonna
Uh,
say it.
नहीं,
You
नहीं.
know what? How about we all
So
stop
मुझे जो
acting
इनिशियल
like
Ubisoft ने ऑफर किया था जिस बंदे ने या बंदी ने
You start by not choking
उसका
yourself,
कोई
you don't go high, you go back.
बॉयफ्रेंड या गर्लफ्रेंड ऑक्सीजन स्पोर्ट्स में खेलता था पहले वही 2022 में या 2021 में शायद से
Say a little croissant.
नहीं उसके पहले की बात है ना प्रॉब्ली आई वाज इन द सेकंड ईयर देन
French events
मुझे
were
भी याद नहीं आ रहा
I
भाई
don't
मुझे
think it
जेन्युइनली
was
नहीं याद आ
very
रहा नाम भी नहीं नाम तो मैं नहीं ले पाऊंगा
The
बिकॉज
crowd was crazy, and
चलो
I'm
आगे
for an
1
SI.
मिनट में वी हैव द
It's
रिवील
gonna
लेट्स
be
गो
amazing.
It certainly is, but no more.
This is a
amazing
pre-recorded
what
reveal,
we've
यार।
got coming
इतना
up
time क्या
next.
लग रहा है?
It is.
I
the
guess
live
it is.
panel.
प्री रिकॉर्डेड रिवील में इतना क्या समय लग रहा है बाबा आई मीन हां ब्लैक जैक Why are they taking
What?
so much time for a pre-recorded reveal?
I don't know. Might have been some technical stuff. They might not have had it queued up properly. Maybe the render wasn't working. Things can happen.
Yeah, give me a second. मैं chat इधर कर देता हूँ. Hoping to see some good changes. No, it's a live reveal, lol.
Welcome to the Year 10 Roadmap Reveal, live from Rio. Brasil, muito obrigado por nos receber.
अरे
É uma honra
अरे,
estar
अरे.
aqui com vocês.
अंकल जी ब्राजीलियन भी बोलते हैं.
I'm Alex Carpazes, creative director on Siege, and I'm here with Joshua Mills, game director, and Christopher Budgeon, live content director. Today is a big moment for Siege, as we're weeks away from a new era evolving the game we all love. The past few days, we watched the first ever SiegeX esports competition, and it's been exciting for the whole team to watch the changes come to life.
Yeah, and normally watching this pro scene keeps us on the edge of our seats. But this time, it hits a little different. Seeing all the hard work the team's been putting into SiegeX live on stage makes this an incredible moment. Now, I'm not about to get all emotional again, but this does mark a defining moment for the game.
Yes.
We've set ourselves up for the next 10 years of Siege. We've done this all while staying true to what makes Siege unique. Today, we're here to look ahead beyond the launch of SiegeX. The Year 10 roadmap lays out what's next. Seasons of updates, new features, and of course, our promise of long-term support for this game and the Siege community.
मेरा जब तक पहला बच्चा हो जाएगा तब तक तो शायद Siege alive ही रहेगा. लगता तो वही है.
What makes Siege so special isn't just how it plays, it's how it keeps changing.
Check WhatsApp.
We're going to show you how that continues across Year 10 with updates built for longtime veterans, returning players, and those jumping into Siege for the first time. And it all starts with Season 2, launching with SiegeX on June 10th.
That's right, Christopher. And the launch is also about reinforcing our commitment to creating a competitive, fair, and fun environment for everyone. With SiegeX and R6 Shield Guard, we're reinforcing our commitment to a fair and competitive environment. It is a constant effort and one where we're gaining ground every day. To walk you through the updates and give you a clear look at what R6 Shield Guard will mean in Year 10, here's Adrian Fress.
Okay. This is probably the first time they are addressing about Siege Guard.
Stepping into SiegeX, fully prepared. Over the past year, we've put systems in place that reshaped the fight against cheating, making Siege fairer and safer for everyone. Some of those tools are visible, like cheater match cancellation. Others work quietly in the background. Security upgrades, gameplay-based detections, data-driven bans. Together, they're making a real difference. And players are noticing. Cheat reports are trending down. With Year 10 Season 1, we introduced a new hardening tech, boosting security without impacting performance. We've also cracked down on lag abuse exploits on PC and console. Thanks to Shield Guard and BattleEye working in sync, we're not only banning more cheaters, we're also banning them faster. With Season 2 and the launch of SiegeX, we're raising the bar for game security. We've also introduced new tampering detections, building on the tech upgrades for Season 1, while digging deep to patch key vulnerabilities. The result? A major security update, dropping right at launch. And as always, we'll keep rolling out improvements throughout the season. But the biggest game changer in Season 2? R6 Shield Guard, our new unified anti-cheat system, is now fully dynamic, pushing updates live to stay ahead of cheat makers. At any point in the season, we can push a new game executable directly to players. Every single new executable changes security measures, so cheat makers have to adapt again. This puts cheat developers in a constant race, making it harder and more expensive to make cheats. That means fewer cheats available and for shorter windows of time. As we move forward, player protection remains our top priority. With our R6 Shield Guard, we're staying proactive, continuously updating to stay ahead of cheat makers. For the rest of Year 10, we'll keep delivering security updates with every patch. We're working with pro players and the wider community to further refine our system and push into new territories, such as AI detection, gameplay violation, and the next evolution of Mousetrap.
Next evolution of Mousetrap. Okay.
We are in it for the long haul, and we are not going anywhere.
Next evolution of Mousetrap, interesting. As a beta, not beta.
Shield Guard gives us the ability to protect Siege in real time, deploying updates whenever needed. That's why the launch of SiegeX will be the most secure in the game's history, upholding fair play and sportsmanship while taking the fight to cheaters head on. On the other side of the equation, the anti-toxicity team has seen a sharp decline in toxic players. This year, we're going even further to improve communication and refine how the game responds to disruptive players. To break down what's coming in Year 10, here's Lanslow Satche.
As we launch SiegeX, We are entering a new era. One where the game isn't just more competitive, but more respectful and secure for both long-time players and newcomers.
This accent is
we fully
French
activated
or
the new
German?
reputation system.
French.
And it's already making an impact. The number of negative actions per match is constantly decreasing, leading to a safer environment.
No. Thanks to
On the
players
other
like
side,
Baba
we
Gusta.
are seeing more positive actions in-game. Meanwhile, players are using text chat more often and abusive language continues to drop. Additionally, we have introduced stronger consequences for repetitive toxic behavior. Dishonorable players who continue to receive negative units now face automatic suspension. And if their bad behavior continues, they will be flagged for manual review and permanent ban. And we are not stopping there. Our priorities for the rest of year 10 are clear. Voice chat moderation. This will be one of the most important upgrades yet. Built on everything we have learned from automated text chat moderation and designed to be fair, effective,
whenever they're
and
recording, this
player-first.
is cold as hell. I can see this guy's
settings
breath coming out
improvements.
every now and again.
All privacy features are coming to console, keeping you in control of your identity each match. And one improvement across all platforms. Nicknames will be automatically generated for each game. Abandon penalty improvement. We are reworking abandon penalties, making them less punishing for one-offs and tougher for players who abandon matches regularly. In-game reports improvements. We are adding more detailed reporting options and better visibility on what happens after you hit report. New reputation system actions. We are introducing new positive and negative behaviors to better reflect how you play and how you treat each other. We are proud of the progress we have made together.
ये सब ठीक है बट ये तो
Toxicity
हर
is
सीजन
decreasing,
सुनता है
not just because of the system we have built, but because of the choices you have made. And we are not done. We'll keep refining these systems to strike the right balance, protecting players while honoring Siege's competitive edge and culture. So keep evolving with us. Stay positive and make Siege better.
We've talked about how R6 Shield Guard and anti-toxicity are helping us shape a better Siege for everyone. And we'll continue our consistent, transparent updates every 2 months through blog posts and our panels. But now it's time to shift gears and talk about the rest of the updates for year 10. In Season 1, Operation Prep Phase, you had the chance to change the flow of engagements with our newest attacker, Aurora. While you were doing that, the team was behind the scenes in the dark preparing everything for this next era of Siege. And now, we're stepping into the light with Season 2, Operation Daybreak, starting with a recap of what we shared at our SiegeX showcase.
SiegeX is the biggest evolution we've ever made for the game, and we've already shared a lot of the details from our showcase last March. Let's start with a big one, free access. Beginning June 10th, we're opening the doors to even more players, making it easier than ever to jump into Siege with friends and an improved onboarding experience. Next up, Dual Front, our new permanent 6v6 game mode that mixes attackers and defenders in the district map.
We're modernizing 5 maps: Bank, Clubhouse, Border, Chalet, and Cafe, all updated with improved detail, lighting, and materials.
We're adding new destructible ingredients, fire extinguishers, gas pipes, and metal detectors that open up new strategic opportunities to shift the momentum of a round.
Better movement controls while rappelling and on the ground. Advanced rappel improvements allow sprinting and turning corners. Core movement now carries momentum, bringing more fluidity to the game.
We're revamping the pick and ban system, giving each team more control and making every decision more strategic.
For quicker callouts, new communication wheel enables
the new pick and ban system happens every round, right?
Everyone.
Also, it's time we brought a much requested feature to the game, Weapon Inspect. To let you flex your favorite skins and charms at any time, whether it's mid-match,
I like how Weapon Inspect is getting the biggest cheer out
final
of
kill
everything
cam after a clutch moment.
Yeah.
they recap so far. Oh god.
And while we're welcoming new players, we haven't forgotten about those who have been with us from the start. That's why we're introducing veteran rewards as a special way to celebrate your time in Siege.
I really want that skin.
We're also bringing back Unranked, giving players more choice in how they experience competitive play.
To round it all out, we're overhauling the audio system, making it more precise, more immersive, and more reliable. All right. We covered a lot of new features coming to CJX. Everything we announced at the showcase brings so much change and creativity to CJX. And yes, we did keep some surprises. Josh, how about we talk about the world the pros compete in?
Absolutely.
Siege
Esports is bigger than ever.
Siege Esports
With leagues across every major region, stacked teams, packed arenas, and fans showing up around the world. This scene is thriving. It's exciting, it's emotional, it's the best of Siege. Hell, it's the reason we're here live in Rio de Janeiro. We wanted to bring that passion and energy closer to every player. For the first time ever, esports has a home inside the game. The new esports tab will be your way to stay up to date on the scene right from your main menu.
Bro, it took them 10 years to bring this.
You'll find the landing page highlighting what matches are live. A full schedule with filters so you can keep track of matches in your region's local league just as easily as matches in global competitions. And an info page to give you a global picture of what CG
Bro, don't get me wrong.
about.
10 year तो इसके लिए बहुत छोटा था. मतलब बहुत बड़ा था.
Somewhere, which is why we've made major changes for new players jumping into the game. Christopher, what's the plan?
Well, our focus was making the game more welcoming for new recruits. This season introduces a smarter, more rewarding way to learn and progress with 40 new beginner challenges, unlocking 2 at each clearance level up to level 20. This will help new players focus on what matters as they level up.
Okay.
Leveling your clearance level now feels more rewarding. You'll earn 1,000 renown with every level, an alpha pack every 10 levels, and new players will unlock modes and operators as they progress.
That's right. We've completely revamped the clearance level progression. If you're level 100 or higher, your clearance level will be adjusted to a new XP curve, meaning you'll level up faster and more often. And as for training, we've replaced the beginner versus AI with a new enlisted playlist, featuring a smaller pool of maps and operators for a smoother learning curve. Returning players will also have access to a new field training playlist, where you can customize your training experience, choosing your map and settings. And these aren't basic bots. Our AI is trained using real player behaviors, giving you the chance to practice with updated gadgets and real Siege scenarios.
And one more note. If you're coming back to ranked after some time away, we've added skill decay, which lowers your skill rating after 90 days of being away from the game. It's all about easing you back in to the competitive ranked experience. There's never been a better time than to jump into Siege right now.
And when you jump into Siege X, you'll notice immediately we've rebuilt the entire UI. All of it is faster, cleaner, and designed to help you get to where you want to go without friction. And visually, it's aligned with the new Siege X look. Modern and bold. Josh,
I still don't like that battle pass system.
Of course. You can see with the core dual front tabs.
Skill D के मतलब 90 दिन बाद अगर तू रैंक खेलता है तो तेरे को कम लोअर ईलो की लॉबी में डालेंगे.
Allowing us to customize each one seasonally and show relevant information directly in them. This system can scale just as needed.
Operation
Like,
Evac.
for example, if we really wanted to bring back a fan favorite event in Season 2, we would simply have to activate
You didn't
the new
see it,
event
it was
tab.
on the screen, dude.
With that,
They
dust off your
I don't
cowboy
know.
hats
There was
and get
probably
ready to
just a
step
bug,
back
but
into the
the
350
screen they showed off said
because
Year
Showdown
10
is
Season
back.
3 Operation Evac assignment.
Yeah. By the way, Showdown is coming back. Let's go. One of the best events. One of the best events till date. Thank you.
Showdown won't be the only event in Season 2, because starting now, every season will feature 2 limited time events.
Let's go.
Jumping from events to another part of the menu that will get a UI update. The Battle Pass navigation system has been redesigned to be more intuitive. The map-like progression menu can be panned and zoomed with your mouse, which lets you focus on the path you want to take to the rewards you want to unlock.
And if you're chasing cosmetics, 2 new animated rewards are waiting for you in this season's Battle Pass. We're also introducing new challenges to support different player goals, whether you're focused on progression, onboarding, or competition. That includes the progression tracker to track your Battle Pass objectives, new onboarding challenges, and progress towards unlocking exclusive dual front skins. Operator skins are a great way to show off within a match. But Alex, I've heard we're going further, letting our operators interact with each other at the beginning of a round.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Right.
Voice
Both the
lines.
audio and universe team has been hard at work bringing more personality to our operators while they're on a mission. We're introducing Operator Banter, a brand new audio feature that brings operator dialogue into matches. Hearing the characters we love interacting with one another adds so much to their identity.
You'll hear lines triggered naturally at the beginning of rounds, short exchanges, reactions, and moments of tension between characters. It adds personality, context, and just the right amount of drama.
Here's a taste of what you can expect.
Don't worry about the shells, Doc. I'm their physician.
Good. I don't think I'd be able to find a vein anyway.
Your mission is to locate and defuse a bomb.
I gave you an easy out. All you needed to do was stay asleep.
I don't give up, and I never will.
This was very much needed पहले ही ठीक है दे रहा है दुरुस्त है कॉल आउट दिलवा ऑपरेटर से प्लेयर माइक नहीं खोलते वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा वो बहुत एडवांस बोल दिया तुम बैक शॉट
With some of the stuff Demo says to Team Rainbow, that dude becomes even more punchable. You'll start to hear more variations across different operators within future updates. We're rolling out a wide range of scenarios that players will discover organically over time. It's all about adding that extra spark of life to every round you play and bringing the universe of Siege into the game. Now, it's time to get a little analytical. Stats are essential to learn and grow in Siege, and the Career tab has been missing something that can help with that.
The Career Stats Tracker will go live with Siege X, your personal performance menu, fully integrated into the Career tab.
Oh,
that's
nice.
right.
It
is the place to access your match history, identify your strengths, and track your performance. Stats are broken down across ranked,
I will
unranked,
flex.
and quick match game modes.
Oh,
with
this is
dual
from
front
all
and
the way
more
year
coming in the
7.
future.
नहीं ये तब तो
You
year
can
7
even
तक ही है
filter by season, so you can see your evolution
hell,
over
man?
time. A well-known content
My
creator
peak years
once
in
said,
Siege are removed.
Siege isn't just about your KD.
Yeah, same.
And he is right. Now you can
Hey
check your
yo,
KOS team.
finally,
Kill,
fucking, they're gonna let us see what
survive,
everyone's fucking
trade.
cost is
Just like the pros,
in the
and
game.
measure
In the
your
game.
consistency
God.
and round impact the way they
The
do.
number of players, like back when I was casting, the
Your
number of players
progress
who didn't know
matters,
what
and with
cost
these tools,
meant.
you'll have
Yes,
what it takes
yes,
to
Why do I
climb
have
the
to
most
explain this to you?
competitive playlists of the game.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Siege Cup. All right, Brazil, this one's for you. We could tell you what's next, but instead, let's hand it over to someone the Brazilian Siege community knows very well.
Fala galera, é o seguinte, hein? Estou aqui para avisar que dia 24 de maio, pela primeira vez no sábado, tá bom? Teremos o Siege Cup. E eu vou montar um squad, né? Temos que montar.
Peraí, mano, mas tá muito difícil, mano, descarregar, mano. Papo reto, meu. Tá nômade já não funciona mais. Mano, pelo amor de Deus.
Vocês são bagre pra caramba. Irmão, irmão, vocês são bagre pra caramba, meu irmão. Eu vou chamar. Vou avançar a passarela. Cai na frente aqui, família.
Oh no.
O cara tá com o pixel de baixo. Pô, vai tomar no seu cu, mano. Olha o que esse cara tá jogando, mano. Eu vou chamar umas máquinas.
भाई ने सही कहा भाई ने सही
Aceita. Chama agora sim, mamãe. Vai, bebê. Meu Deus do céu, thanks, God, thanks.
Esse time aqui tá muito forte, cara.
Agora sim.
Agora tá bom.
Finalmente temos um time, tá bom? Boa noite a todos e até a próxima.
Now on select weekend, next Saturday, May 24, Siege Cup. इंडिया में कोई खेल भी रहा है Siege Cup?
That's right. You heard it from Razo first. Siege Cup is stepping up, and it will now be available on select weekends throughout the season, giving players regular chances to jump into high-stakes competition. New content will be arriving in the competitive packs each season, giving you even more reason to win and stand out. And to give you something to show for it, we're adding exclusive Siege Cup badges. Earned only through participation in victories, these are designed to spotlight the best of the best. Now, Josh, to be the best, you need to know the balance of Siege. Its operators, the gadgets, the systems. Are we seeing any changes to the meta this season?
Oh, there'll be some changes when Season 2 hits, and we took the time to prepare for it. In Year 10, Season 1, we held off on major balancing updates. This allows us to have stable data leading into the launch of Siege X. New elements like destructible ingredients, momentum-based movement, and advanced repel all impact the balance of the game, so it was critical to start with a strong foundation.
With all that in place, balancing updates are back on the menu for Season 2. Some of you already spotted a few balancing changes during the reload competition, and you are right. We've been testing and tuning, and now is the time to break it all down. Let's dive into the system update the team's been cooking up.
We will be implementing a reduction to our global limb damage multiplier. What this means is that shots to the limbs will do less damage overall, and the damage will vary, as you'd expect, depending on the caliber of the weapon. This adjustment will reward those with high mechanical skills that consistently land their center of mass and headshots. Electricity is also becoming a neutral element. Like fire, electricity will no longer differentiate which side of the fight you're on.
This is a welcome change. This is a welcome change. This was there now, way back.
Here's how it works.
Yeah, this is how it used to be, but since Kaid and Bandit only had access to electricity, it was considered a defender element, right? But now they're making it neutral, probably because they're making more attackers that have some sort of electrical
If you are not
utility.
doing any of these things, you'll be fine. Mute jammers can be safely placed next to electrified walls, and mechanical gadgets like Mirror's Black Mirror will not be destroyed when placed on them. All right, that's enough systems talk. Alex, Chris, how about some operator updates?
We'll be tuning our ballistic shields going into Season 2. Aiming down sights will now be canceled during the vaulting animation for shield users. This will bring down their lethality and force them to think twice before making riskier, aggressive movements. Specifically for Blackbeard, we'll be making more changes. The sound effects of the glass panel moving up and down on the hull adaptive shield have been enhanced in order to provide more clarity of his shield's state. The glass itself has been tinted to make it easier to see when the shield is down or still extended. A big shout out to the community for this suggestion.
Which,
and
are
since
you
we're speaking
kidding
of
me?
operators, let's list a few more updates coming to some of them. To reduce
I just started
frustration when
buffering
facing off
randomly.
against Jackal, we've introduced some changes. Footprints will immediately be removed after a scan, and the operator detected will be revealed with only one hunter mark. This makes it more interesting for Jackal to hunt his prey instead of revealing them. Jaeger's active defense system will now be able to detect and destroy Capitão's bolts and Gridlock's track stingers. Thunderbird's Kona stations will no longer heal enemies, unless by Brava, of course. And Sledge? Well, Sledge will now be able to use his hammer to knock a shield user on their ass if they decide to challenge him.
Very much needed.
Get punked, Clash.
Okay. So we've talked about changes coming to our operators and some gameplay systems. But what about this season's operator? We'll be taking this opportunity to remaster someone who made their first appearance back in Operation Grimsky. We're updating Clash.
Clash, yeah. Good changes, yaar. Good changes. I'm impressed. I'm impressed up till now.
Here's the Clash remaster.
Much like Blackbeard's remaster, the team went back to the core of the operator and rebuilt her from the ground up, keeping what worked and improving what didn't.
बाल आ
Clash will
गए
be
हाँ
returning to the field with her
फ्लैश दीदी का
redesigned
ट्रांसप्लांट हो
CCE
गया
Shield Mark II, and it's packing some new functionality.
First, Clash's movement has been greatly enhanced as her shield can now collapse and expand automatically depending on the situation. It will collapse while she sprints, crouches, vaults, and even dashes through barricades.
Oh.
It will remain extended when standing and moving around. She now has access to the free look feature similar to that of our other shield users, allowing her to have better situational awareness. The taser on her shield will no longer do damage because of our electricity update, but will still shock and slow opponents when activated. The biggest change comes with how she can now deploy and anchor her riot shield in the ground.
Okay, good.
This means
So she's just a
Clash
nuisance and
not
not
only
an
can
actual
play off her
lethal
own
one.
shield, but she also gets the added benefit of moving faster because she's no longer carrying it. If you find her shield deployed in the field, don't underestimate it, because a new trick Clash has is the ability to activate the taser remotely, springing a trap on unsuspecting opponents. To counter this, it's important to know that when the shield is deployed, it is vulnerable to explosives and anyone who can get close enough to it and bash through it. We look forward to seeing how you reintroduce Clash into your lineups.
We've spent all this time covering the huge changes to Siege with Operation Daybreak, and Season 2 is the best time to jump into the game.
Yeah, it
But
is.
now, it's
I
time
like
to
it.
look further ahead with
Season
a
3.
first look at the Year 10 roadmap and what's coming next. Let's take a moment to dive into Season 3.
New weapon.
With it,
Finally, new weapon.
new faces joining the Team Rainbow roster.
He's a defender, he's from Switzerland, and we are
Switzerland.
anticipating some pretty insane plays to come from all of you when you get your hands on his new gadget. He may be in the shadows now, but in Season 3, he's going to unlock your creativity with the way you defend.
I really love what this gadget brings to defense, but our Season 3 operator will also bring a little extra hardware to their loadout.
We know how everyone loves a new weapon added to the arsenal of tools at your disposal, and this one fits so well with the destructive nature of Siege.
You'll be able to use this new weapon when our Swiss operator launches in Season 3, and we can promise this, it packs a punch.
The new operator will
Packs a
bring fresh
punch.
developments to the story of Siege, something you'll be able to play with an update to Dual Front. A new neutral sector assignment will introduce unique mechanics tied to
DMR.
lore-driven
Nah.
objectives that
Probably
can
LMG,
swing
मुझे
the
ऐसा लग
outcome
रहा
of a match in Dual Front. The team is already hard at work on this, and they wanted to share some concept art that sets the tone for the next chapter. Take a look.
New seasonal assignments bring a lot to Dual Front. In addition, each season features 2 seasonal operator rotations, shifting the meta and introducing new exclusive cosmetics through monthly challenges. We'll be monitoring it all closely while delivering balancing updates tailored specifically for Dual Front. But Dual Front isn't the only map that's getting updated in Season 3. Alex, which maps are we modernizing next?
Oh, whoa, hold on. We'll get to that. As a reminder, one of the biggest goals for CJX is to bring every part of the game up to the standards players expect.
Season 3 continues to push to modernize iconic maps with improved lighting and new destructible ingredients, all while preserving what makes them special.
That's right. But that's all we're saying with the new modernized maps today, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, but come on, we gotta show them a little something.
Who wants to see more?
ट्रेलर दिखाओ भाई ट्रेलर ये सीज वाली जनता इतना जल्दी चीजें नहीं बनती है बाटलेट यूनिवर्सिटी वापस हम करते प्रबंध
Night Haven, Lair, and Consulate are all getting the full modernized treatment in Season 3. As you know, these maps are part of the competitive pool and will have an impact on playlists like Siege Cup.
That's right. Season 3 will also bring new improvements in our plans for Siege Cup. Inspect Squad Stats now allows you to inspect your opponent's team before the match even begins. Everything from the ops played to KOST, it'll be your chance to plan smarter, counter better, and make every round count.
We also wanted to give you more opportunities to play Siege Cup. Starting in Season 3, Siege Cup will be available every weekend.
Oh, nice. काफी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी.
That means more matches with your squad, more competitive points, and more opportunities to prove you've got what it takes.
Scouting your enemies, playing every weekend, with over 14,000 winning teams so far, Season 3 is turning Siege Cup into a true proving ground.
While Siege Cup is where you'll bring your A game, the esports tab helps you follow the pros at the highest level. That experience will keep evolving in Season 3, with a focus on making competitive Siege easier to follow for everyone. Each Tier 1 competition will have its own dedicated page, so you can follow every league, every region, and every match with ease.
We're also giving key events their own spotlight. You'll find dedicated pages for every major, and of course, the 6 Invitational. And to tie it all together, we're adding a new page for global standings. So now you can see exactly how teams are performing across the season, who's climbing the rankings towards SI qualification.
This is nice.
The most competitive tier of Siege keeps on growing, and now the esports tab is ready to grow with it. And we said, to be the best, you need to know the balance of Siege. Hey Josh, it's coming to balancing in Season 3.
Season 3 balancing will be focused on reviewing the new data from the massive launch of Siege X, as well as listening to all of you. On top of that, we're still going to deliver additional updates. We will be diversifying a number of loadouts this season by reissuing one of our newer weapons to multiple operators. The goal is to give you more control over how you play your favorite operators and allow more access to weapons that were once exclusive to a single operator. There's more on the horizon, a recruit update, and plans to explore magnified scopes on defense.
Before we wrap up Season 3, this Halloween, the horrors found a new home. Some of you might recognize this fan favorite map, but something still feels cursed. And don't worry, the bathroom is not haunted in Doctor's Curse this year.
It's time to move to the next and final season of the year, Season 4. This season, we will be bringing another operator remaster focused on one of our Pathfinder attackers, who will receive a full update, refreshing their gameplay and enhancing their role in the Siege experience of today. The goal with this remaster is to raise the skill ceiling with this operator and unlock more thoughtful, creative strategies throughout the entire round.
Along with remastered operator, we're bringing some new firepower that will enhance some operators' loadouts. What's the plan, Josh?
Similar to how we're redistributing one of our newer weapons in Season 3, we're introducing something slightly different in Season 4. A new weapon available for multiple operators when it's released. This allows us to open up new potential playstyles for the receiving ops and even influence squad lineups. Those new squad lineups will be headed into a few more modernized maps in Season 4. Chris, where are we going?
2 more maps are being modernized in Season 4, Theme Park and Skyscraper. Here's a first look at Skyscraper, now rebuilt with enhanced lighting, new destructible ingredients, and sharper visual clarity across the bold. It's a bold update to a classic setting made for Siege X. And on top of those 2, we are delivering a full map rework. That means completely reworking and modernizing a map that isn't in our current competitive pool. This map will be elevated directly into the ranked pool, joining the highest level of Siege play.
Other destinations for players to visit are the training tools the team have been hard at work on.
New operator
reports are
probably
coming in
Let's see.
that the Carries Legion are invading the target drill.
We've heard that you wanted more than just static dummies to train against. So now you'll clear moving Carries Legion targets positioned just like real defenders, navigating key rooms so you can learn the map layout, giving you the instincts you need for live matches. And if you want to know the location of stairs, cameras, and destructible ingredients. You can toggle the guidance on or off anytime.
We're also adding AI allies to both enlisted and field training to give players the real squad experience.
Enlisted
On
and
top of
field
this,
training, damn.
we'll be testing out a new tool, introducing the mini-map in our training playlists.
Oh.
That's right.
Mini-map in training
This new
playlist.
perspective will help players navigate faster and gain that crucial map knowledge.
And that's not all. Season 4 will bring more updates across the board. We have improvements to ranked matchmaking, a new assignment in dual front, continued work on balancing, like revamping our EMP and jamming systems, even shaking up our hard breacher balancing. Additionally, we will have updates to the esports
Hard
tab.
breach balancing?
And Siege Cup will continue to be available every weekend, giving players even more chances to compete. We're also introducing a new playlist called Testing Grounds, available directly in-game, built to explore new ideas, gather your feedback, and shape the future
Year
of
10
Siege
Season 4
together.
Speed and Armor.
Our
Wow.
first Testing Grounds topic, Speed and Armor. There's a lot more coming, and we'll be sharing those details soon.
To see it all together, here it is, the complete Year 10 roadmap. 4 seasons, 4 major steps forward for Siege, with new content, more events, and impactful features, improving the experience of the game that you love with even more to come.
Holy moly.
This is the new
That's a big
foundation
map.
for the next 10 years of Siege.
That's also a screenshot.
Yeah. I didn't take one. उन्होंने रिवील नहीं किया कौन सा मैप फुल रिव्यू कभी बताएंगे सीजन 3 में बताएंगे वो मैप सीजन 4 में आने वाला है.
The next 10 years starts with Siege X. Every season builds on it. Every update pushes the experience further. This is the future we're building with you.
Whether you've been with us since day one, returning from a short break, or just jumping into Siege as a new recruit, this is the best time to play Siege. There's still something we need to highlight. As you can see on the roadmap, 2 events are lined up for Season 4.
Yep.
One of them will be in December and marks a huge milestone for us, the 10th anniversary of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yellow. This is yellow. Is Outbreak coming back?
That's 10 years of clutch plays, unforgettable moments, and a community that's still here, still pushing Siege forward. For a moment like this, we're planning something special. The 10-year anniversary in-game event will highlight moments that celebrate Siege and this incredible community.
10 years of Siege, and we're just getting started.
We can't wait for you to get your hands on what's coming, starting with the launch of Siege X.
The test server will be available on PC in 2 days, starting on May 20th. So jump in, test the new content, and help us shape the future of Siege.
Outbreak best event था an entire series period, right? No cap.
From all of us on the Siege team, thank you for your passion, your feedback, your support, and your love for this game.
Siege X launches June 10th, where the next chapter starts with all of you.
Yeah, June 10th.
Thank you. Obrigado.
Obrigado. Obrigado. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really, really good roadmap update.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good.
some
Pretty good.
utterly incredible changes coming to Siege X
Pretty
and
good.
things that will completely reshape how we've done things in the past.
Quick thoughts. What are you most excited about, Mr. Baba Gusta? Blackjack, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just looking for Baba Gusta. Baba?
Tell me now, what are you most excited about?
That's honestly a lot of things. The
Let's start.
remasters, the modernized maps, well, obviously balancing updates are vague and they never really specified what's what.
Exactly.
I definitely want. I would definitely love to see shields get nerfed a little bit more. They're
Okay.
still a bit too strong, even with the changes to how they did the aiming downsides thing. Unranked returning, hell yes. Like shouldn't have removed that in the first place. Audio overhaul, we'll know when we play it, I guess, because like as we all know, the game's servers are like some of the biggest issues
Yep.
that they have ever had. The new esports tab is good. Should have honestly added it by like year 6, year 7, but better late
Right.
than never.
Right.
The new UI looks good. I still hate the battle pass visual. I feel like they had it right the first time. They didn't need to change it.
Okay.
Operator banter is good. Very Marvel Rivals inspired, but it's gonna happen one day or the other.
Right.
It's fine, honestly. It makes it so that you get the personalities of these
Yeah.
operators without having to read a bunch of fucking walls of text.
Yep.
Which is good. CJX becoming a more like bi-weekly thing or select weekly thing is like I kind of expected that to happen because it's a game mode you only get to play when you have 5 confirmed people in your lobby. You have to commit time and all that stuff. And not everybody has that time. So making it a more limited game mode is fine, honestly.
What are you talking
in
about?
my
Dual
opinion.
Front?
Siege Cup.
Siege Cup. Acha. Yeah.
Yeah. The Clash remaster is interesting. I just like the fact that we have an actual counter to Clash now, and
Yes.
it's
And that too.
Sledge of all
That
people.
too Sledge, and it makes Sledge very more relative
It
now.
makes Sledge yeah,
Yeah.
because if there's a Clash, you can counter pick with Sledge. That's good. It's good. It's good. Definitely very good. Other stuff that we already talked about last time. We had a Siege reveal stream, so it's like it's all
I'm
good. So looking forward
I'm
to.
quite only two things which can make this game FPS of the year, remove MNK for console. I mean, सबसे बड़ा टॉपिक जब Siege का ये स्टार्ट हुआ ना पूरा रिवील, that was Rainbow Six Siege Shield Guard only. This is like the main highlight of their entire Siege X, that ये सारी जो उन्होंने टेक पिछले 5 साल से काम किए हैं, it collectively acts as a new anti cheat called a Shield Guard. And now to push security, जो हमारा second point is actually remove cheaters from PC and remove shields from the game. Of course, shields तो नहीं, I don't think so remove करना viable चीज़ होगा. I mean, Monty has been the vanilla operator and काफी core mechanic रह चुका है shield game का. But the main part is that now they can push new security updates without actually pushing an update. तो उनको कुछ भी अगर डालना है गेम में, they can just do through that whole कैसे बोलो सिंपल वर्ड्स में, टेक जो उन्होंने अब CJX के साथ बना लिया. दिस इज व्हाट दे एड्रेस सबसे पहले. I am honestly very excited about the new operator, sorry, cross operator weapon जो सीजन 3 से आ रहा है, कि जो नया डिफेंडर आएगा उसके साथ जो नया वेपन आएगा वो सिर्फ उसके पास नहीं रहेगा, इट विल बी रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू सेलेक्टेड ऑपरेटर्स इन दैट कैटेगरी. जैसे अगर डिफेंस के पास आ रहा है तो डिफेंस में भी किसी और के पास हो सकता है वो वेपन. सो आई एम क्वाइट एक्साइटेड अबाउट दैट. आई थिंक ब्लैक जैक इन अ सर्टन वे, इफ दैट वेपन्स बिकम्स वेरी ओवर पावर्ड, तो सेम प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. समझ रहे हो? इफ दैट वेपन इज वेरी ओवर पावर्ड, लाइक इफ दे इंट्रोड्यूस एन LMG और वो फिनका जैसे LMG जैसा पागल की तरह चलता है, and that then becomes a problem, that operator won't be that bit of a problem, then the weapon becomes that problem. I think so in a certain way कि everybody will pick that operator only जिसमें वो weapon included है, because that weapon will be redistributed to other operators as well. I think that could be a problem if, of course, balancing is not an issue. I mean, it's Siege. Balancing is always an issue, in my opinion. I am also
see that's one thing that has always been an issue with Siege's balancing mentality, and is that they've always been a very nerf first type of balancing team.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I have always said this. I feel like nerfing first should not be your only option, because if one thing is good and everyone is gravitating towards one thing and you get rid of the one thing, then the things that people used to think were like mid or just regularly like okay balanced suddenly become overpowered, because now they are the one thing that is good, right?
Right.
It's like it's why we ended up in something like the LMG meta in the first place. LMGs were always considered balanced because you were slower when running, you had a lot of bullets, but you fired slower, and your lethality was kind of balanced out because of that, right?
Right.
Also fast, like the heavier reload times, larger recoil, all that stuff. The only one who made LMGs viable was Finka. And people were like, okay, but playing Finka comes with its own sets of pros and cons, whereas you have other operators that you actually kind of need more. But then those other operators got nerfed. The other guns got nerfed. Zofia got nerfed. Ash got nerfed. Entry frag got nerfed. Frag grenades got nerfed. Like one by one, these things got removed, nerfed, and taken out of the game to the point where suddenly, wait a minute, LMGs are some of the things that are still like old Siege, right?
Yeah.
You have pros and cons, but nobody really gives a shit about the issues anymore because big Finka Lamau, the utility meta wasn't a thing at that point. So it's like we don't need to get all the throwing ops. So let's just get Finka Ash, Finka Zofia, and all the other LMG users and just pop Finka's buff, go no recoil, and just kill everybody.
Yeah.
And that that's what causes the LMG meta because the people didn't have a choice. You don't have options. That's why every now and again you actually need to buff something, make it similarly powerful to where people have options so that the one overpowered thing actually isn't overpowered anymore because there are other things that might have originally considered to be overpowered. But guess what? They're not because purely by proxy, they are balanced.
Yeah. Also, one major thing, there are going to be no new maps coming in. Of course, there's one map full rework in season 4, 3 modernized maps again in season 3. No new maps this year. So yeah, दो तीन मैप
I
दोनों पे
mean,
उन्होंने डाला ठीक है हाँ.
yeah, that's to be expected. We're getting a total of 10 modernized maps across the next 3 seasons, right? 5 in Siege X, like in the first season.
Yeah.
Season 3, we're getting 3 maps and then 2 maps in season 4. So they're working more on updating and modernizing the maps. And I think like reworking and updating ones, like buffing, or in season 4's case, actually fully reworking a map, which I actually vibe with more because adding more maps is just going to make things worse because right now the problem with base Siege is that a lot of the more newer maps kind of just suck and they need reworks.
Yep.
So I feel like getting to that first is better than just adding a shit ton of new maps that no one's going to play.
Craven Gaming new weapon. अच्छा, you are excited for the new weapon. Same here, man. But why a new weapon will get in season 3? Abhi to it's like 4 months from now. Agreed, LMG meta born due to Finka ability, so first thing came in their mind to nerf things. Yeah, like you know, Blackjack said, इनकी जो डेफ टीम रही है वो हमेशा वो नर्फ मेंटालिटी पर रही है. नर्फ शुडंट बी द केस. आई नो मावर रेवल्स बहुत अच्छा एक कंपैरिजन नहीं है, बट लुक एट मावर रेवल्स. दे द रीजन आई एम कंपेयरिंग मावर रेवल्स बिकॉज दे हैव अ यू नो स्टार्टिंग में एक ऐसा रोस्टर है जो मतलब कुछ भी कुछ करेंगे तो पागल हो जाता है गेम. राइट नाउ द हल्क एंड द नेमोर इज वो क्या बोलते हैं, इट्स वेरी ओवर पावर्ड. नेमोर की वजह से हल्क ओवर पावर्ड हो रहा है, बट नेमोर बैन नहीं होता है, हल्क गेट्स बैन बिकॉज यू नो इट्स प्रोवाइडेड इन दैट टीम अप एबिलिटी. बट वही है कि दे हैड पिक एंड बैन सिस्टम सिंस डे 1 इन दैट गेम एंड दैट्स हाउ यू काउंटर इट. एंड प्लस उनका सीजनल चेंजेस हर 15 या 30 दिन में होता है. शायद से 30 डेज नहीं, 2 महीने में. आई एम फॉरगेटिंग, कुछ बहुत ही शॉर्ट कूल डाउन पीरियड है. एक अभी अल्ट्रॉन का नया आएगा सीज़न या वो पैच एंड उसके बाद हल्का टीम फट जाएगा और उसके बाद ही नहीं. वो बहुत लंबे पीरियड तक वो इशू नहीं बनता है. सीज में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ अगर इशू बन रहा है पैच अपडेट का आगे पीछे हो रहा है, इट बिकम्स अ 3 months इशू ब्रो. दैट इंटायर सीजन इज फ्लॉप्ड बिकॉज ऑफ इट, बिकॉज मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल डोंट लाइक दैट थिंग कि अरे सबको LMG लर्न कर रहे हैं. टेकिंग द LMG मेटा थिंगी एग्जाम्पल. Can you ask Blackjack what could be the reason to swap a weapon for Oryx and Melusi? I mean, I'm clueless, like due to their ability, gadget, or armor, or speed, still no idea.
Oh, okay. Oryx
Go
and
ahead.
Melusi's weapon swap. That happened back in year 5, season 3, I think.
Yes.
The season where, what's his name? Sam Fisher was introduced to the game.
Zero Legacy.
So, yeah, Zero Legacy. So, my Shadow Legacy, not Zero Legacy.
Yeah, Shadow Legacy. Yeah. Zero Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I don't actually, obviously, no one really knows why they decided to go for it because the official explanation was always garbage, and it used to be back then. But my hypothesis is that one, Oryx having the MP5, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely very good. But I feel like Oryx with the T5 works a little bit better. The T5 SMG or Legion's SMG, so to speak, it has what is it? A slightly higher fire rate, slightly lower damage, but it fits a more run and gun style op because I think it has a faster ADS time, or at least it might used to back then. It's 5 years ago. I barely remember anything, but I think there were like very minor reasons why the guns were swapped, and I think it's also to get the MP5 like the T5 off of Melusi's hands, because I think back then Melusi
Yeah,
was a bit of a
Melusi was
her
was a
gadget was
problem.
an absolute menace. Yeah, and with the
Yeah.
T5, well, you could pretty much just run and gun, tighter hip fire, slightly higher fire rate. You could just peek around corners like an absolute menace, like an absolute truck, and no one would stop you. No one could stop you, especially back then, because you like claymores. I think every operator had what, one claymore back then. No, claymores have always been two, right? Am I forgetting this?
Claymore किस
I'm
पे
forgetting
किस पे
this.
किस पे किस पे किस पे?
No, no, no. Operators who had claymores
Yeah.
always have had two claymores, right? Or
Yeah,
did they have
पहले
one at one
पहले
point?
पहले दो ही claymores होते थे. हाँ, हमेशा से.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That
Right.
hasn't changed. Okay,
That
good.
hasn't changed.
See, that's what I said. It's been 5 years. My memory is fucking shady.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's all okay.
but yeah, my hypothesis is simply because like one, Oryx on launch was actually really weak. He used to lose 10 health per dash
Per dash.
through a wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his recovery time was like what, a whole like 1.52 seconds, which was like, what were they even thinking? His hatch jump was slower than it is today. And also like after recovery, his firing time, because he had to like wait for another additional like few
Few
milliseconds to actually start
milliseconds.
firing.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like he was very weak. I think that was the idea. Like giving him the T5 would let him fire a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. And it gets the T5 off of Melusi's hands. So, and giving her the MP5 kind of just brought her a bit more in line in terms of weapon balancing, quote unquote. That's probably why. But at the same time, it also didn't make any sense to me, because like, if you want to, sure, give Oryx the T5, let it be an option for him. You're removing the MP5 from Melusi, even though like that's not the problem with that operator.
Yeah.
The gadget is the problem. And as we know, like for the next 2 seasons, that gadget went unnerfed. And we saw what it did to Siege. Peak utility meta was horrible to play.
Yeah.
Because like you would have to go through barbed wire, ADS, Wamai discs, deployable shields, Goyo canisters, Melusi's, Banshees, and then you could probably get one gunfight. It was
Yeah.
boring as hell.
और
It
बीच
was
में
fun to commentate because a lot of things were happening, and as a caster, I would love to see it, because it's like, yeah, I'm looking at things and people are constantly doing things. There's no
doing things.
downtime, right? Because they have to get in and they only have so much time to do that. That's fine. As a player, I despised it, because it's like, why am I having to do so much work just to get a gunfight? It's a video game. This feels like a job.
नहीं, वो तो हमेशा से रहा है सीज का, एक एक काम करने के लिए तो वो तो रहा है. ऑल्सो one thing I didn't like about the एक तो है of course career pages here, that our data is only from year 7, season 4 or season 3.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like it. I mean,
For
trust
me,
me, bro.
like my peak years of Siege are gone.
Exactly, bro. Year 7 तो मतलब मेरे कॉलेज मैं सेकंड थर्ड ईयर में शायद आ गया था. I don't like it. I will still rely on the third party data जो मैं stats tracker होता है, and I will flex those numbers on my social media, because that's why it's all, because अगर मेरे पास एक सीजन में मैंने 200 मैच खेले हैं and I have more than 17,000 or something like a kill, bro, I will flex that real hard, bro. Look at my kills and falana damgana. And yeah, I don't like it. Starting with no, this is starting with year 7 season 4, bro. उसके बाद तो मैंने सीजी नहीं खेला है, बहुत कम खेला है year 7 के बाद. I mean, ना के बराबर खेला है मैंने year 7 के बाद. Yeah, so I don't like this. Also, Craven, yes, you are right about it. They are looking to add magnified scopes to defenders. मुझे वैसा लग रहा है कि they will add 1.5x. I guess 1.5x नहीं है ना डिफेंडर्स के पास. I guess 1.5x वापस से ऐड करेंगे, बिकॉज उसकी कुछ लीक्स आई थी जब सीजन सीजेक्स का जब लीक्स आया था लास्ट ईयर ही. तो या इट कुड बी दैट also. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it kind of goes back to that point of like nerfing everything. Like, do you really need to? Because like taking away the 1.5, I understand that when they did it, the 1.5 kind of pretty much decided which operators got played and didn't played at that point.
Yep.
But also, again, look at the balancing changes that happened before that. Everything nerf, 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 nerf for like how many, like 20 patches straight or something like that. I don't know the actual statistics. Someone will have to like actually do the numbers on that, but like it was so bad. Everything's getting nerfed. Everything's getting like hello, is fun not allowed here? And like per patch you can justify the nerfs. You're like, oh yeah, but in the current meta of the game, it's overpowered. But like, that's kind of the point. Meta means most effective tactic available, right? META.
Yep.
So like, people will always look for that thing that is overpowered in the current state of the game. Like, taking an example of like not Marvel Rivals, but in this case, Dragon Ball Fighters, a game that I play. Well, I used to play regularly
Used to
until
play regularly.
their balancing philosophy completely ruined the game. And they had a buff everything mentality. Okay, which was good at first and then completely destroyed the game because the last patch they added, last year, right? Because the game hasn't had actual official support in a while. It's a fighting game. Fighting game cycles come and go. But the last patch, they decided to do some of the dumbest buffs in history of like fighting games in general, right? Like, for instance, you have characters who could already go like all the way across the screen. It's a 2D fighting game, right? So corner to corner movement is very good. But you already had characters who had like one button commands who could go all the way across the screen, and they're like, yeah, let's buff those characters even more, right? It brought back the fusion meta from like 2022, but even worse because all the fusion characters got even better.
Right.
And it's like, why? Why?
Also, the question 1.5 scope might change MP5 I feel like I said वो selected defenders को दे सकते हैं, but still ऐसा ये जो बीच बीच में कुछ बोल देते हैं ना, ये बहुत बाद में ही करते हैं. मतलब ब्रो मैं वापस से तुमको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. ईयर 5 या 6 में आई गेस व्हेन आई वाज इन सेकंड ईयर, तब बोला था क्रॉस प्ले आएगा, and the real crossplay actually happened in year 9. So that took them 3 years. I understand crossplay is a very tough thing to do, but still, again, also one very strong opinion which I should give. This is the last year, I guess, for I guess it is for Ubisoft to prove कि Siege चलने वाला है या नहीं. Because again, a lot of people in the community, I mean 30% people who hate Siege but still come and play Siege, like proper hate, not just like us. Like जब एक season आया था उन्होंने खेल लिया. That is the sole reason that they want to do something like this कि Siege X कर रहे हैं, जो एकदम ईयर 3 और ईयर 4 में छोड़े थे उनको वापस लेके आओ, वो प्लेयर बेस वापस लेके आओ, टीम में टॉप 2 टॉप 3 में रहना है इनको. अगर वो एम नहीं है तो आई कैन गारंटी यू Siege X will be like, I had to say it, but it will be like Overwatch 2, because this is what Blizzard did. Promises बहुत कुछ थे, delivery बहुत late हुई, and the game got fucked up. One of the games which was most loved, most watched and most trending in esports as well, marketing as well, number 1 चल रहा था, it got fucked up in less than 3 years or 2 years I guess. 2 साल से ज़्यादा ही चला था Overwatch 2, and उसके बाद Overwatch 2 भी वैसा ही रहा था उनका. ट्रेंडिंग में तो कभी आया नहीं Overwatch 2. So I feel like Siege X Year 10 is a very important one. I know मैंने Year 9 में भी ये बात बोली, but it's a very important one. Even for guys like me too. मैं तो अपनी पर्सनल बोल सकता हूँ ब्रो, अगर मुझे Siege X मैंने खोला जून 10 का, मैं समझ गया अगर उस वीक में इनके सर्वर फिक्स नहीं हुए, इट्स द सेम शिट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. सो या दिस इज द लास्ट टाइम इनसे क्या बोलते हैं, ये मैंने लाइन Assassin's Creed Shadows में भी सुनी थी. दिस इज लाइक द लास्ट last kind of like a battle supreme that they need to do, battle reign that they need to fight. अगर किया तो अच्छा, delivery हुई तो अच्छा. And the only reason I feel like Siege X might do it, or the Siege developer team जो सबसे top level management पे बैठी है वो तभी कर पाए because the new subsidiary has been formed जिसमें Tencent का बहुत पैसा लगा रखा है, and Tencent knows where to put money at. Globally देखोगे तो किस किस कंपनी में टेंसेंट ने पैसा लगा रखा है. सो आई फील लाइक यस दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ईयर फॉर रेनबो सिक्स सीज एक्स इज द फ्यूचर. व्हाई सम डिफेंडर्स एज इट व्हाई सम ऑफ इट डोंट व्हाई सम डिफेंडर्स एज इट व्हाई सम ऑफ इट डोंट एनी पैटर्न लाइक स्पीड डोंट हैव एनी पैटर्न लाइक स्पीड और आर्मर और बेस्ड ऑन एबिलिटी कॉन्टेक्स्ट मैग्नीफाइड स्कोप. मैं समझा नहीं रहते कि ये वाला कमेंट, कैन यू राइट इट डाउन अगेन? Why some defenders as it why some of it don't have any pattern like speed or armor or based on ability context magnified scope. Why अच्छा वो 1 point scope किसको मिलना चाहिए उस context में? तो I mean अगर भाई अगर वापस से इसको थमा दिया, इमेजिन लीजन के SMG पे 1.5x स्कोप, तुम्हें लगता है कोई मैच में लीजन कोई नहीं खेलेगा? इज द सेम रीजन ना. यू गिव अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ दैट बफ जहाँ पे इट नीडेड. वन मोर लॉजिक ब्लैक जैक, बिकॉज दिस हैपेंस इन मार्वल राइवल्स. They don't exactly nerf those some kind of abilities. They make other guy who can counter it more powerful. Example,
Yeah.
Iron Man को counter करने के लिए they got more flyers. I mean, human touch was also part of the game, but I'm pretty sure कि overall macro level पे they would have thought it. और ये होता है, ये तो हमने शायद गेम डिजाइनिंग में भी पढ़ा है. I remember this, bro. You don't do like nerf. You do it कि किसी को अगर छोटा दिखाना है ना तो उससे एक बड़ा विलेन बना दो. बेसिक एकदम एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ तुम्हें. तो वो चीज़ होनी चाहिए आई गेस चीज में. आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन स्कलरेन एंड वेंट फॉर 4 years and then stop and trying to play it out again. I mean, yeah, that is the reason why they're doing CJX Craven Gaming. Welcome to stream, by the way. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Pulled my quota card over there. Anyways, so these updates are ये update है. CJX is the I hate to say it, but it is that kind of the marketing that they need to do to get back players like you to get back in the Steam top 5. Because अगर Steam top 5 में के player base में नहीं आता, then I don't think so this entire effort is gonna matter a lot, bro. I don't, because आज तो वापस से बोला ना इन्होंने कि we are committed to next 10 years of Siege. Next 10 years of Siege कम से कम पूरे presentation में 10 बार बोला होगा इन्होंने. So that also matters a lot. Why I think is what Siege do exactly. Let's say there are 5 operators. One of the operators is really powerful due to finding out their playstyle, and so to do less works, they nerf one operator instead of 4 buff. Exactly. You are completely right, my friend. And not slightly nerf and watch the entire change and redo it again. They introduce something, they buff something for one season or 1 month. 1 month तो हमेशा होता है bro. Remember ऑपरेशन काइमेरा में क्या होता, पूरा प्रो लीग वैसे ही खेले थे वो लोग. मेरा PS4 खराब हो गया था, तो आई रिमेंबर इट वॉचिंग ऑन ट्विच एंड द होल ड्रामा गोइंग ऑन द ट्विटर. बट they don't do it and redo it very quickly. They leave it for at least 1 season or 1 patch. I mean, ये क्या चुतियापा है bro. If you are finding that is community is giving you a lot of hate for it, you're finding कि बहुत backlash मिल रहा है, just like 15 दिन पे अपडेट डाल दो, हो गया कहानी खत्म. अब देखो क्या होता है. लायन का ही था ना ऑपरेशन का, लायन का ही तो बकचोदी हुआ था. एवरीबडी सेड दैट गेम हैज बिकम अनप्ले. आई रिमेंबर पेंगू गोइंग ऑन अ रैंट. आई रिमेंबर वेरी अच्छे से रिमेंबर किकस्टार गोइंग ऑन अ रैंट अबाउट इट. मुझे बहुत अच्छे से याद है. देखे क्या होता है. देखो क्रेजीबिलिटी लिटरली वॉल है क्या यार. अरे किकस्टार तो गाली वाली दे दिया था एक अपने स्ट्रीम पे, मतलब अपने स्ट्रीम पे ऑफिशियल ब्रॉडकास्ट वगैरह पे नहीं, गाली वाली दे दिया था. क्या चूतिया गेम बना दिया ये वो ऐसा अंग्रेजी में. आई रिमेंबर वेरी क्लियरली. They're gonna buff Clash and then nerf the hell out of her. Let's see, man. Let's wait and watch. I am excited about, एक final बार बता देता हूँ. Operation Remaster, nah. New cross weapon operator, yes. I am excited about the career stats. I am excited about the, again, पूरा जो CJX में changes आ रहा है, I'm so very excited about it. Unrank return, मैं तो again same take as my friend Blackjack who is with me. कि कभी रिमूव ही नहीं होना चाहिए था. आई एम वेरी मच एक्साइटेड अबाउट ऑन हाउ एक्चुअली शील्ड गार्ड इज गोना वर्क, और या फिर कुछ है भी, या फिर वो बस एक सीज गारंटी चीट को इन्होंने नाम दे दिया है. सो आई एम गोना वेट एंड वॉच, बिकॉज अगेन सीजेक्स ड्रॉप होगा तो मैं जून में तुम्हारे ड्राइवर्स छोड़ के, अगर मैं इंप्रेस हुआ तो भाई मैं पेल दूंगा मैं सीजेक्स. मैं रील से लेके शॉर्ट से लेके यू विल फाइंड मी स्पैमिंग सीजेक्स एवरीवेयर. बट हाँ, वो वाइब ही नहीं आया तो I'll just go back to Marvel Rivals, bro. Chalo. I guess yeah, that concludes the entire discussion, guys. Any thoughts from you before we play some games, Blackjack?
I'm gonna go stuff my face with a burger now.
Okay, so you don't want to play anything right now?
Not really. I haven't eaten anything. I don't know. I actually kind of feel dizzy. I felt dizzy since I woke up. I've just been. That's why
so
that's why I probably sound kind of low energy.
No, you sounding fine. So you're gonna have burger as your first food of the day.
I'm calling it a burger purely as a method of hyperbole. I'm not actually gonna have a burger.
Yeah, don't have it as your first food of the day.
Chicken or something.
Yeah.
It's the same thing functionally. I'm just putting like 2 pieces of bread with chicken in the middle and some veggies. It is technically a burger or a sandwich, as they call it here in the fucking US, because they want to be different about everything. But like, it's the same thing. I'm just instead of calling it a burger, I'm calling it a homemade sandwich. It's the same thing. The nutritional value is barely any different.
I mean, if you eat burger from outside as a breakfast, that's surely gonna affect your gut health. Don't do it.
Not as much as if I have it with like a soft drink. If I make sure to drink enough water and give it time to digest, I'll be fine. And then probably at night I'll have some fruits or something. There you go, balanced out. Fruit with yogurt. Do I have yogurt? Are yeah, I have to go grocery shopping soon. God damn it.
You guys don't have Swiggy Instamart on US.
No, we have Dashmart, but it actually sucks because the amount of tip you have to give in Dashmart goes up the bigger your order is.
Your order is.
So I can't do groceries from there.
हाँ
Huh?
चलो कुछ कोई चीज में तो इंडिया आ गया
Yeah.
guys. कोई चीज में तो इंडिया आ गया.
I mean, I could just get stuff from Walmart, their app.
How far
which
is
has a
Walmart from your place? The closest one.
The closest good. So there's actually two Walmarts near me. One is kind of at like a walkable-ish distance. It'll take me an hour to walk there and an hour back. But that one is very small and doesn't have a lot of stock. The actual good Walmart is like a few miles away or a few kilometers away, like enough to where I would actually need to Uber there and back, right?
Okay.
So there's that.
Still,
but
I,
there
I,
is
s-
a
I still win the discussion. I have a quick e-commerce delivery. If I want something, I can just like zoop zoop.
God.
Let me just open Twitter and let's see what Twitterazis are. No, Xeratis are crying about.
No, bro, just call them shitters.
No, I really want to see what is the discussion. Is there? पता चल जाता है ना. Look, don't get me wrong, but the entire feel about the update gets kind of like, पता चल जाता है थोड़ा सा कि लोगों को पसंद आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है. I wanna see the reactions coming in. By the way, very important. No test servers for console. They are still ignoring the console players like anything. I'm pretty sure कितना कमाते हैं वो console वाला से उनको भी पता है. So yeah, fuck it, bro. No, क्या बोलूँ मैं? Chalo, good night. Let's see what they do with CJX doing. Finger crossed, no technical glitch or any exploit should not be generated due to this example. Shield hip fire accuracy 100%. Jaeger shield on head IQ visibility. Yeah, वो सब तो मुझे लगता है यार अब तो बहुत कम हो गया है siege में. I guess year 5 or year 6 was the last जब ऐसे game breaking glitches थे. So yeah.
Yeah, don't. You know what they say? Don't count your chickens until they've hatched.
ये भी ठीक है.
Anyway, I need to go eat.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry guys about my Twitter feed filled with Pakistan and India. Been kind of really getting into that discussion. मेरा feed
You should show them my Twitter feed. It's just full of like fucking wonderful character art and people like posting about their own stuff.
Yeah, people are really happy about the dynamic. So are you gonna come back, Blackjack, and play something or not?
Probably not. I'm probably gonna sleep.
Okay,
There's like
okay,
the whole
ठीक है.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
I shall see you later.
Done. See you.
Bye
bye. What was that about? One second, guys. Chalo, let's play something, guys. I'm gonna play something. आधा घंटा तो मैं खेलूंगा. Let me call सत्यम. मैं अपने सर्वर पे आता हूँ. चलो भाई, लेट मी जस्ट कॉल माय फ्रेंड. कहाँ गया ये? अरे let me invite him. इसको ज्वाइन कर दोगे? वॉशरूम क्या? ज्वाइन क्यों नहीं किया गया भाई? मैच में चला गया है. कैसे हो बिरेन यार? यार आप सुने, आप कॉलेज के गेमिंग वेमिंग हेड बन गए हैं, क्या बात है? और टेक्निकल क्या है?
आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है. कृपया कुछ समय.
Yes, yes, I'm Indian, man. What's up? King Red Black Bird. What is it up about being Indian, my man? Mic too low? My mic is too low? Is my mic too low? What? It shouldn't be that. Bro, my mic is pretty decent. कौन सा mic है? This is HyperX podcast. पहले तुमने बोला भाई, अब जाके मिला है. माइक सही में लो क्या चेकिंग है Yes. लो इसमें माइक टू लो माइक तो सही है ब्रो सी छोड़ चुका हूँ सिर्फ न्यू ऑपरेटर्स आ रहे हैं कुछ गेम नहीं सुधर रहा है इनका नहीं ब्रो ऐसा ही चल रहा है बस I know where your comments are coming from so I can understand
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
3 साल हो गए छोड़ दिया तो छोड़ ही दो मैं तो बस वही है बैटल पास कंप्लीट करते रहता थोड़ा बहुत रैंक वैंक जो पहले रैंक वाला ग्राइंड होता था वो तो मैं भी नहीं करता ओह फक माय लाइट चली गई है आपको मेरा चेहरा नहीं दिखाई दे रहा होगा अब 15 मिनट में लाइट आई तो ठीक है नहीं तो जी माय पीसी इज रनिंग फ्रॉम द डबल यूपीएस बैकअप दैट आई हैव फॉर 15 मिनट्स सो या
10 seconds left. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
मेरा चेहरा दिख रहा है आप लोगों को चैट तो खोल लिया मैंने दूसरे फोन पे
Op 4 has located a bomb. Camera ready to activate.
अभी साथ में खेले हाँ ब्रो ऐड कर लो बोल रहे थे पीसी पे भी हूँ पीएस पे भी हूँ पीसी PS5 कहाँ थे कंसोल जहाँ खेलो वहाँ खेल लेंगे अब तो पहले वाला प्राइम मेरा नहीं रहा है पहले बता रहा हूँ पहले तो ठीक ठाक खेल लेता था अब नहीं हेलो
Loading new mag. Swapping mags.
पागल है ये बॉस बहुत ही ज्यादा खून बहा है बंदे का
The bomb diffuser has been successfully deployed.
चलो मेरी सेफली लाइट तो आ गई है
Located the diffuser. Destroy it. One friendly remaining.
कहाँ था ये कांडू अबे यार
Op 4, last operator standing.
अब छूती है मार के तो सब
Op
करो
4 has possession of a diffused bomb.
कैजुअल क्लच और 4K डोका वाइट चीट इज चीटिंग आई डोंट नो सीजेक्स कब आ रहा है क्या नहीं है इसमें सीजेक्स में बहुत चीज़ें नहीं है ब्रो सीजेक्स के बारे में मैंने तो सारे शॉर्ट्स डाल दिया वो देख लो इंजन वही है बट बहुत ही ज़्यादा रिवैम्प अपडेट्स हैं लाइटिंग वगैरह बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप स्ट्रीम पीछे करके भी देख सकते हो क्योंकि मैं अभी बताने जाऊंगा तो समझ रहे हो लाइन लग जाएगी चेंजेस तो बहुत अच्छे हैं बट ये चेंजेस पहले भी दे सकते हैं समझ रहे मेरा बस कंप्लेन भैया दे आर डूइंग थिंग वेरी लेट नहीं न्यू गेम ही नहीं है इसी का अपडेट है तो अगर आपके पास पहले से सीज है तो इट विल बी अ फ्री अपडेट फॉर यू और जिनके पास सीज नहीं है उनके लिए फ्री टू प्ले हो जाएगा गेम बट रैंक खेलने के लिए गेम खरीदना पड़ेगा
10 seconds remaining.
Banshee's ready and waiting.
5 seconds and counting. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Here's the forgive me not.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
आया नहीं था तो बस गेम के लिए CJX पेड कर रहा है CJX is free only
Your location has been compromised.
हो गया ऊपर हाँ बेस गेम सही बोला आपने फिर बेस गेम इज फ्री काइंड ऑफ और जो रैंक जिनको खेलना है जिनको 50 लेवल 60 लेवल के ऊपर खेल के रैंक्स ग्राइंड करने हैं एक सेट ऑफ ऑपरेटर्स छोड़ के और ऑपरेटर्स परचेस करने हैं उनको देना पड़ेगा एक्स्ट्रा
Disable their diffuser. Located the diffuser. Destroy it.
Oh fucking hell, मुझे नहीं देखा इस बार
All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Yep. हाँ जाओ भाई अरे भाई बाबा मेरे को मलूसी क्यों ले रहे मैं फ़ोन चला रहा था
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected. Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised.
All reinforcements are deployed!
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Banshee deployed.
अरे साला चुप गया
Deploying nitro cell.
One friendly remaining. Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated. Op 4, last operator standing.
ये गेम में वो भी है.
Mission failed.
मेरे जैसे कुत्तियों का जिनका अटेंशन स्पैन काफ़ी ज़्यादा कम है, वो फ़ोन पे लग जाते हैं. Should I play Ivana? Yes, I should play Ivana.
We need to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
बढ़िया बढ़िया एस निकले यार. बढ़िया एस निकले तो मजा आए.
5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
अबे मैं क्यों आ गया डिफ्यूजर लेके, गधा हूँ के.
You must recover the diffuser.
Activate. RCE going.
The diffuser is now secured.
Swapping mags! Going for a drive.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
क्या आया यार?
Increases thermal touch.
Go in line.
The diffuser has been secured.
इधर कोने में बैठा है यार. I thought he's on the blue stairs.
Friendly, last operator standing.
बस उठा भी लिया उसने.
The diffuser has been recovered. You have dropped
Chalo
the
guys,
diffuser.
that was that.
All friendlies have
Thank
been
you so much for joining for this operation. Sorry, Year 10 Season X Siege X reveal. Siege X Year 10 reveal. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? हाँ. Year 10 Siege X Year 10 roadmap reveal. Yes. मैं एक स्मैश लगा था कि खेल भी लेता हूँ, बट या अभी क्योंकि फ्रेंड्स नहीं, मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है. और गेम में भी मुझे वो वाइब ही नहीं आ रही थोड़े टाइम से. मन करा मैं कुछ दूसरा गेम खेलने का. होता है, देखता हूँ, सोच रहा हूँ माउंट ड्राइवर्स डाउनलोड कर लूँ. बट अभी के लिए इतना ही. थैंक यू सो मच जॉइनिंग इन. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन. बाय बाय.